Welcome. Myself Gksr here from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I need to explain the topics of uh, geothermal energy from the subject non-conventional energy source of subject code 18ME651. Let us see what are the contents of this presentation. Here we have introduction, types of geothermal power generation, advantage of geothermal power generation, disadvantages of the geothermal power generation, and applications of geothermal power generations. Moving on to the introduction part, geothermal energy is a type of renewable energy taken from the earth core. It comes from heat generated during the original formation of the planet and the radioactive decay of materials. The thermal energy is stored in rocks and fluids in the center of the earth. This is about the introduction of geothermal energy. Moving on to next slide, we have types of geothermal power generation. The steam rotates a turbine that activates a generator which produces electricity. There are three types of geothermal power plants. Number one is dry steam. What is meant by dry steam is explained now. Sorry. Dry steam power plants draw from underground resources of stem. The stem is piped directly from underground wells to the power plant where it is directed into a turbine or generated unit. Moving on to next, that is flash stem. Flash stem power plants are the most common and use geothermal reservoirs of water with temperatures greater than 360 degrees Fahrenheit, almost 182 degrees Celsius. This very hot water flows up through wells in the groundwater. Its own pressure. As it flows upward, the pressure decreases and some of the hot water boils into steam. To next one, binary stem. Binary cycle power plants operates water at lower temperatures of about 225 to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. As we convert this into Celsius, it may be 107 to 182 degrees Celsius. Binary cycle pines uses the heat from the hot water to boil a working fluid, usually an organic compound with a low boiling point. The working fluid is pressed in a heat exchanger and used in a turbine to turn it. Moving on to the next slide, here it is the block diagram that is suitable for understanding of geothermal power plants. Here we have hot water in the underground, where the hot water is under pressure. That pressure is released when it comes out from the underground. This steam is entered into the turbine, where the turbine uses this kinetic energy to change it to electrical energy. The generator plays a key role in generation of electricity. As we know that kinetic energy neither be created nor be destroyed. The concept of that is used here, that the kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy, but not we created our own electric energy. The generated electricity will supplied to households, or depending upon the usage of electricity, the electricity is supplied from the generator to power plants or something, and the remaining stem is entered into the cooling tower where this water where the steam is converted as water, and this water is injected directly back to ground. This is about the thermal power plants. Moving on to the next slide, what are the advantages of thermal power plants? The energy source is more environmentally friendly than conventional fuel sources. A source of renewable energy, a sustainable source of energy, as it always available, unlike wind and solar. A reliable source, as it is easier to predict the power output from a geothermal plant with a high degree of accuracy. No fuel is required. Increase in exploration, meaning that the New technologies are being created to through the energy process. Pollution levels are much lower compared to fossil fuels in geothermal power energy. Move to the next slide. Disadvantages. The largest single disadvantage of geothermal energy is that it is location specific. Gases are released into the atmosphere during digging. Geothermal energy runs the risk of triggering earthquakes. Uh, Energy fluid needs to be pumped back into the underground reservoirs faster than it's depleted. On to the next slide. Applications of geothermal energy. Geothermal power plants are installed with a 2-mile radius of geothermal reserve. The stem emerged from these reserves is directly used to rotate the turbines of an electric generator. It is also used to heat water, which further produces steam for the process. It's a later on. Applications farming in cold regions, geothermal energy is used to heat greenhouse gases. It is also useful in heating water for irrigation. Industry geothermal energy is used across industries in flood dehydration, milk using gold mining, etc. Geothermal energy is used in heating buildings through district heating systems. In this system, hot water through springs is directly sent to the buildings via pipelines. This is about the geothermal energy, and then thank you guys for listening to my classes. Have a great day.